Our San Antonio Spurs lost another game they probably should have won last night. Is Mitch Johnson to blame? What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Tough loss last night, and a lot of fans are pointing the finger at Mitch. Is he the reason the Spurs lost last night? Well, I'll talk about that in just a few moments and give my response. But first, let's go ahead and break down the end of the game because a lot happened. 37 seconds left. Cam Spencer hit an 18-foot jumper to put the Grizzlies up 106-105. The Spurs' next shot was a Jeremy Sochan three-pointer at the 26-second mark. Spurs foul intentionally, and former San Antonio Spurs legend Jock Landale misses both free throws, so it's still 106-105. Our next shot is taken by De'Aaron Fox, the guy that we want taking the shot, former clutch player of the year. Unfortunately, he is blocked by Santi Aldama. Game over. The Grizzlies win 106-105. Game blouses. All right, so that's how the game went down if you didn't see it. Let's talk about some things in regards to last night. First up, let's talk about Victor Wembanyama and its minutes restriction. If you didn't see this, I'm going to show it now. That is Victor Wembanyama karate kicking the ball while it's stuck in the net. And the thing I caught about this is I thought this happened in pregame. No, this is actually at the end of the first quarter when the Spurs were up 31-21. Looks fine to me. And if you look at this, this is the second half where we only played 9 minutes and 14 seconds. Our Wemby scored 19 points in those 9 minutes. 19 points. That is incredible. That's what, a per 36 of almost 75 points? That's ridiculous. And Spurs fans, I get protecting players. I absolutely get it. But you can get hurt in minute 22 or minute number 5. See Gordon Hayward. Some of you are saying, who's Gordon Hayward? We're going to take a little quick tangent right here. Played for the Celtics back in 2017. On October 17th, he suffered a fractured tibia and dislocated ankle in his left leg less than 6 minutes into the Celtics' regular season opener against the Cavs. Game number 1 of the season. I actually remember watching that game. He landed awkwardly on the hardwood after attempting an alley-oop off a pass from Kyrie Irving, causing his leg to collapse underneath his weight. I get protecting players. You don't want to exacerbate an injury. But Wemby's out there having an incredible second half, and he's doing Karate Kid kicks. He couldn't get one more minute and play the last minute of the game. Mitch couldn't override that. I know it was a hard 21 minutes, but can't the coaching staff or the medical staff be like, all right, he looks fantastic. Let's talk to the player real quick. How you feeling? Everything feels absolutely great. I can go in there for the last freaking minute. Or maybe you can't. I don't know. Apparently these minutes restrictions are, there's no bend. Or he played, 21 minutes and 14 seconds? Is that what he played? Could he have gotten 30 seconds? I don't know. I was shocked he was not in there for the last 30 seconds, 45 seconds, minute, whatever it was. It sucks. There's that. And then there's not calling a timeout. You saw me do the breakdown where Jock Landale missed both free throws. You would expect the Spurs to take a timeout after said missed free throws, and they did not. Now, I kind of get it in one way. The guy you want taking the last shot, that former clutch player of the year, and De'Aaron Fox has the ball. But unfortunately, he does not see the 7-foot Santi Aldama right behind him, and the shot gets blocked. Now, Fox getting blocked, that is not Mitch's fault, but not calling the timeout, that is obviously on him. You get it to half court, you set a play, because if you look here, Julian Champagnie's actually open on the wing. Now, Jeremy Sochan's also open on the wing up top here, but who cares? He's probably not making that three-pointer. We'll talk more about that in just a few moments. But maybe you can drop a better play instead of them just kind of winging it with Fox taking the last shot. So I do think that was a mistake on Mitch's part. I just talked about Jeremy Sochan. Let's talk about the wonky ASS rotations we saw last night. At this moment in their career, I don't ever want to see Carter Bryant and Jeremy Sochan sharing the court. It essentially makes it a 3-on-5 on offense. Right below me, I'm going to actually move myself here just for a moment. Carter Bryant is wide open on the bottom right. Jeremy Sochan is wide open up on the top left wing. Why? Because nobody cares to defend them. Victor Wembanyama has the entire Grizzlies team pretty much collapsing on him while he is in the paint. Some of you said floor spacing's overrated. This is a perfect example where you need floor spacing. You've got, Carter, Bryant, and Sochan each have defenders 8 to 10 feet off of them. Why? Because they don't care if they shoot the three. They're daring them to shoot. Wouldn't you? You got two guys under 30%. I'd be like, yeah, go ahead. Shoot the three. Go for it. I don't care. Maybe you think you'll hit it. And guess what? They didn't. This was awful to see. I got nothing else to say on that. Take a look at it. Comment on it. It's awful. We're going to stick with Jeremy Sochan for a minute. I will say Jeremy looked very good defensively last night. It was good to see him get minutes. He grabbed 6 rebounds in 14 minutes. He had a huge dunk, an angry dunk. It's all right. There were some things I really liked about seeing Jeremy on the court last night. What I didn't like is why is Jeremy Sochan taking 3 3-pointers in 14 minutes? And Spurs fans, there is 28 seconds left in the game, and Jeremy Sochan's taking a 3? I know some of you are going to talk about basketball IQ more than likely, but Sochan zips that pass to Fox, who's wide open because he's trailing. Maybe Fox hits a 3, and I know Fox was cold last night, but he did heat up a bit in the fourth quarter. You either hit Fox or Julian Champagnie, who's over there in the wing. Maybe he's open for a catch and shoot 3. I know what I don't want is Jeremy Sochan shooting that 3 because he's open like usual. There's a dude falling down with the Grizzlies. Maybe he's falling down because he's laughing because Sochan's shooting. I don't know. But Jeremy Sochan has not made a 3-pointer since November 18th of last year. We're getting close to 2 months since he's made a 3. He's 0 for his last 16. He is the last player you want taking a 3 outside of Bismack Biyombo. All right, to sum it all up, sorry for all the ranting, but it was frustrating last night. There were mistakes made by the coach, the players. So to answer the question, is this loss on Mitch? Yes, it is. It is. It's on the players too. Players making some bonehead plays last night, absolutely on both. But it is the coach's job to coach, to team, to run plays, to tell players like Stephon Castle, stop running into the heart of the defense when there are 3 guys there and trying to shoot the ball because you keep getting blocked. Because he got blocked, 4 times last night in the paint? At least 4, maybe 5. I lost count. Tell your guys to not be shooting 3s when they can't hit a 3 to save their freaking life. So yes, this is on Mitch. I got to give this one to Mitch. However, in defense of Mitch, pulling it back around, Spurs fans, we all know we have young players on this team, and they're going to make mistakes due to lack of experience. You know what, guys? We also have a young coach in his first year, his first real year as a head coach, and guess what? He is going to make mistakes too due to lack of experience, and we saw it last night. So I am going to cut him a little slack. I don't want to be one of those guys that he has a bad game, fire Mitch, but when he's winning games against OKC, Coach of the Year, I think he's been doing a good job, all things considered, this year, especially when you factor in the amount of injuries the Spurs have been dealing with, the shuffling of the lineups. I'm going to give him an A- this year, but there are going to be nights like last night, and hopefully you don't see too many more of them, where you scratch your head and you go, what is this rotation? Why aren't you calling a timeout? Why aren't you telling these guys to stop making bonehead plays? So, yes, the coaching staff, and that includes Mitch and the rest of the coaching staff, needed to step up last night, and they got out-coached. That being said, stay the course. This is the best season the Spurs have had in years. Sure, they're 6-4 in their last 10 games, so they are struggling a little bit. But you know what? Even the Thunder are struggling. They are 5-5 in their last 10. Teams get cold. We're in the midst of that right now. Hopefully we can snap out of it tonight and beat the Lakers and hold on to second place. My apologies, that was a lot of ranting, but I'm frustrated with last night, especially because I know this team is better than this. And by God, can you give Wemby one more minute? If you can let him go out there and be kicking balls in the air there 10 feet up, he certainly can play one more minute, can he? Or maybe he can't. I don't know. Drop a comment down below. Do you know the restrictions with medical staff? If they say minutes restriction 21, you absolutely no way, shape, or form, no matter what, cannot go over 21 minutes. I don't know how rigid it is. It seems like it is pretty much a hard line. Your thoughts on last night's game? Your thoughts on Mitch? Your thoughts on Jeremy? Your thoughts in general? Very curious. That's all I got. I'll see you tonight for the Lakers. I'll probably be a little live at 9:15 p.m. Eastern. The game is on ESPN. Hit the thumbs up to support the channel and subscribe to become part of our Spurs community. I thank you, and as always, go Spurs, go.